What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a beautiful Warlock PVP build. Speed, damage, everything in one. And above all, as you guys know, this means a lot to me. This build is a lot of fun.
Lightfall!
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I've been absolutely in love with the Arc Warlock. It's just so much fun to use in any mode out there. And not only that, but once you use this combination that you see on your beautiful screens right now, you will be amazed how underrated the setup is. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using the one and only getaway artist to have our Arc Souls pretty much at all times. And not only that, but consuming these grenades and creating those Arc Souls also turns us amplified, which means that we pretty much have amplified on demand. Now, as you guys can see for the stats, we're running triple 100 stats. Max recovery, max discipline, and max intellect. It literally doesn't get better than that. On the class item, double bomber to get that grenade back as fast as possible, and utility kickstart. Now, where this build becomes really fun is when we combine all of that with the one and only Vex Mythoclast. This thing absolutely shreds people. And on top of that, when you combine this with Arc Souls, players in front of you start disappearing. I don't know why more people don't use these kind of builds. I really don't get it. Like, these builds are so strong. You have amplified on demand, which means that you're gonna be sprinting around like a madman. Your slide just goes to the next level. On top of that, you have Arc Souls, which, by the way, when you consume the grenade, the Arc Souls are not normal Arc Souls. They go into full beast mode, which means that they shoot faster. So pretty much they're more aggressive. That really helps Mythoclast and lowers the TTK in general, because it's pretty much additive damage, right? You're shooting with your gun. Meanwhile, Arc Souls are just doing free extra damage, which means that you're lowering your TTK. Once we get enough kills, then we can use the linear mode of this beautiful weapon, which is a one-shot headshot kill. On top of that, we're going to be combining it with Deliverance. We're rocking Perpetual Motion and Tap the Trigger Enhanced. Here's all the other rolls. We have Hammer Forge Rifling and Particle Repeater. We're rocking the Counterbalance Stock. Now let's talk about the aspects and the fragments real quick, because there's a lot of stuff that is happening here to make this Let's say sometimes you don't have the grenade, so you can't utilize getaway artist. That's when this aspect comes in clutch. You just drop the rift. We get more survivability from the healing from the rift, and on top we create Arc Souls. Now, these Arc Souls are not as powerful as when you consume the grenade, but they're still really, really good. The second one we're going to be using is Lightning Surge. Now, this melee is very strong, and not only can you use it for damaging enemies, but you can in many cases use it to get away from targets, so you can kind of utilize it as a movement tool as well. Now, for the fragments, the first two we're pretty much using for the stats, and then we have Spark of Recharge. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly, so this can be very, very helpful. And then finally, we have Spark of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. This is good in many situations, and on top of that, it gives us plus 10 resilience. For the grenade, you guys want to be using the Flashbang Grenade. This has the lowest cooldown, and that's precisely what we're looking for. Our goal here is to consume the grenades as many times as possible, so our Arc Soul uptime is really high. Now let's take a look at the artifact, Shock and Awe. This is going to be one of the fragments that we're running here. We're not going to be running the Lightning Strike twice because we're consuming the grenade. We're really not going to be throwing it pretty much at all, so we don't really need to use this. We have Amped Up, stay amplified longer while your Arc subclass is equipped. We also have Electric Armor, gain damage resistance while amplified, and since we're going to be amplified pretty much at all times, this comes in handy. And we have Thunderous Retort, grants bonus Arc super damage if cast while critically wounded or while amplified, less until the end of the super activation. Let's take a look at all the aspects, fragments. Everything is right here. Guys, this build is a lot of fun. Mythoclast is very underrated right now. As I said, I don't know why more people don't use it. I've been absolutely destroying people in any mode with this setup. Now, as for the playstyle of this build, you can get aggressive without any kind of worries. The reason for that is, as mentioned, you lower your TTK with the help of Arc Souls, and on top of that, just Mythoclast just overall feels really, really good. And if you play it smart and get a few kills, then you have your linear fusion rifle mode ready to go, and then it just becomes so much fun to use, just one-tapping people, landing those beautiful headshots, getting those kills, and you can get really high kill games with this build. And since we have max recovery, max discipline, max intellect, that means that we can consume those grenades a lot, we have amazing survivability, and we get our super really fast. On top of that, once we use that super, we can cancel it and keep a lot of the super energy. Guys, there's a reason I use this build a lot, and if I'm being honest, it's just a lot of fun. And when you combine fun with the fact that you can actually get really high kill games, that's what makes builds like this really cool. If you guys did enjoy this video, and only if you did, slap the like button, subscribe to the channel. Any kind of support is extremely appreciated. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subs till the end of the year. I know it's not an easy task, but hey, we gotta dream big, right? Anyway, ladies and gents, never forget to share that positive energy all around. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh, he got no scoped!